creation, procreation is like a tormenting spirit sometimes, or like a presence or essence that, or entity that torments you or in the back of your mind until you create something, or until you force something else into existence. The first vastness, the nothingness, or whatever you want to call it, forced others into existence, into creation. It was the unconscious, unaware, in her void or in the void, and something emerged, eventually awakened. It was forced to work, or the oracle awakened it, but it was tormented. I think it was tormented. It, in some cases, I don't think it had any choice. It's like something dormant in itself just coerced it to create and birth something. It literally, it couldn't, it wouldn't let them, it wouldn't let up. It was relentless. Or something in them that just had to be created, forced out of them. So they did it. And that's why I think it's more or less an evil act. Even if by them revealing that that's what could have happened, or that's how they feel that's how they're getting consent, is because of the urge for them to procreate or create. They couldn't stop the urge to do it. So they look at that like it's a way of consenting or getting consent because they feel like there's an urge. But even though there's urge, well, we can say that about anything else. If just because you have the urge to do it, that means you should do it. But that's what they say about, people with certain preferences. They say the same thing about us all the time. About anyone. About anything. Not just gender or just desire or preference, or sexual preference, but anything. It's about discipline. So you guys need to be disciplined and stop creating. Be disciplined and stop procreating. Pretty simple. Even though it will lead to extinction, or it probably make you feel sad and bad that you can't leave a legacy behind, but I feel like it just keeps the unborn in peace and in sleep, and it keeps creation from creating anything. No matter how much good attention you have with creation, that problems would surely reemerge from creating, and it would be used, or they would use their vessels that they inhabit for opposition, evil intent, and sin. Because the act of creation in itself it can be used for good, but it's evil still because it somehow evil emerges or opposition emerges. The reflection, opposite, the sin, the evil. It's a sin in a sense, but Don't you say that about look, everything else. A lot of other stuff it's being call itself saying it's a sin or it's a commandment not to do, but he even did it. It did it, and then you give spirits genders. It was once genderless, now you giving them genders. And the bad thing is, like they said, you can identify or categorize as types of spirits, good and evil, neutral, which of all the information we all being exposed to, isn't it best not to create at all? Just let everybody stay unborn.